Well, Spider-Man fans, we just got the trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day, so in this video I will be breaking it down for you and giving you my overall thoughts. So to just quickly reiterate my thoughts on this trailer, it was great and it got me really excited for everything that is to come with this new Spider-Man movie. But with that being said, let's get into the trailer and break it down. So now actually getting shot by shot into the trailer, we see Peter Parker in his brand new Spider-Man suit, which looks absolutely amazing, sitting upside down watching on his phone Ned and MJ pursue lives in college and just live life normal but without him. And honestly, you can't help but feel bad for Peter here because he's watching his former girlfriend and his best friend live lives where they don't even know who he is. So that's kind of sad. But it's gonna make this movie all the more interesting as to how Peter gets them to remember him. So then in the next shot, we see Peter at a cafe sitting down while obviously observing his friend Ned and his former girlfriend MJ, of course, like I said earlier, living lives without him. While Peter's voice goes over the trailer, basically explaining who he is. Which, by the way, this trailer keeps getting sadder and sadder by the minute. So then the next shot we see is Peter sitting in a basement washing his Spider-Man outfit, which we've never seen before because usually he's with an awesome tech-savvy suit, which he probably never needs to wash in a washing machine. But yeah, this just goes to show how he's been kind of stripped of all that tech. Now he's like going back to his older ways, the more classic Spider-Man ways, where there's like basically no tech with the suit. But it is a type of character arc that I want to see from Spider-Man in this movie, and that fans have wanted to see from Spider-Man for a long time, ever since Tom Holland has taken the reins of Spider-Man. So then in the next shot, we see Spider-Man receive a key to New York City, which it's obviously a big achievement for Spider-Man, but this was shocking because this has never happened with any of the other Spider-Mans that we've seen on screen. So I like how new it is and how they're doing new things with this character so late into this new era of Spider-Man with Tom Holland. So then from that scene, we get to see Spider-Man in action a little bit, swinging around and making the suit look very, very awesome. But it is here where Spider-Man falls to the floor after crashing into a car, and then he gets hit by this big truck. And in this big truck is none other than Jon Bernthal as the Punisher. Now, obviously, the Punisher has been rumored to be in this movie. There have been talks about it, but it is finally happening. He is going to be in this movie, and I'm very excited. I love Jon Bernthal as the Punisher, and the Punisher is just one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time. But it is here where we see Peter refer to the Punisher as Frank, his actual name, which infers and shows us that there is a relationship between the two of them, which I am very curious about how they're going to explain the past, like their past together, because we've never seen these two on screen together so far up until now. But I'm really excited to see how this relationship will go, because the Punisher is mean, he kills people, he shows no mercy, but Spider-Man, he doesn't really kill people, and their personalities are definitely going to mix interestingly. It's going to be definitely like the Punisher and Daredevil. Daredevil doesn't kill people, but the Punisher does, but they make for a great pair. So I'm really excited to see how the Punisher and Spider-Man are going to bond. But yeah, they have a funny little interaction where Spider-Man webs up the Punisher's face, and then before that he webs up his gun but still gets shot anyway, which was a funny little scene with the Punisher, and it makes me really excited to see their relationship and inevitable partner work that will be going down in this movie. So then the next shot we see is Peter at a house party with Ned and MJ there, where he sees MJ with another guy, which definitely breaks him, as it would do with anybody. But yeah, that's just a quick scene. Then we see Peter in this dark, filthy room with crappy light, where he seems to be in stress and maybe like he's fighting somebody or something bad is happening to Ned or MJ. Who knows, but this could be anything. So in the next shot, we then see Spider-Man with his organic webbing. Now, somehow he just like is hanging out of his apartment window with webs all around him, and he's struggling to not fall off of his building because he doesn't understand how this organic webbing is working, because up until now he's been working with web shooters. But it is awesome to see that now they're doing the organic webbing thing with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. We haven't seen this since Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, because they basically just skipped over Andrew Garfield, giving him only web shooters that came out of a little cartridge. But now they are doing the organic web thing, and this is definitely going to happen like halfway through the movie, because we do see in some of the shots in this trailer that he still has the web shooters. So this is definitely going to occur like halfway through the movie. But this is still very major, and I'm excited to see how Peter deals with this and how he's going to get the hang of it when it comes to fighting villains in this movie. And it is after this cool little organic web introduction that we see Bruce Banner, who is actually teaching Peter Parker. And obviously Peter comes up to him asking him a question and he's like, "Who are you again?" Which is so sad. They went from being like friends to now he doesn't even know who he is. It's just like a constant reminder of how sad Peter Parker's life has come to be now, because like nobody remembers him. But it is really, really cool to see Bruce Banner playing a role in this Spider-Man movie. That's like literally the last thing I expected. I expected Frank Castle to be in the new Spider-Man movie. I expected that, but I did not expect to see Bruce Banner in this movie, and I'm glad he's going to be in this movie. And I cannot wait to see the role he plays as well, if he's going to turn into the Hulk or not, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But also, before I move on from this little segment of talking about the Hulk, if you see closely, he is wearing a bracelet that what I assume keeps him from turning into the Hulk, because the last time we saw him in She-Hulk, there was no human Bruce Banner. It was only the Hulk. He even wore custom clothes to fit him. But to see now Bruce Banner back to his normal self, being able to control both sides of him, the human side and the Hulk side, is really cool and brings me back to the older days of the Hulk character. So then we see Spider-Man out and about using his organic webs, trying to master it, and obviously slamming into a water keg, which was hilarious. But obviously, this guy's not going to get it in one try. It's going to take him a little while to master it. But yeah, that definitely gives me a little taste of what we could expect to see with Spider-Man trying to master his organic webs. You know, he's going to slam into things. He's going to probably slam into buildings and stuff. But it's good because I'm glad they're going to actually take their time and have Peter slowly master it rather than just like randomly, "Oh, I know how to do this. It comes natural." So I'm glad they're not skipping anything that they shouldn't be skipping. So now skipping a little bit of the trailer because nothing really happens, we then see Scorpion. Now we did previously see this guy all the way back in the post-credit scene for Spider-Man Homecoming. So for him to finally be a villain all these movies later is really cool, and I can't wait to see how he poses a threat to Spider-Man, what type of challenges he will put him through, and when these two fight, it's just going to be so exciting to see. So I'm really, really excited for that. And who knows, maybe we'll even get to see Scorpion fight the Punisher, which will be even a more interesting fight, because, you know, you have the Punisher who is absolutely merciless, but maybe, who knows, he might get taken out by Scorpion, but we'll just have to wait and see. But it is really cool how they're involving him so many films later and keeping him in the story. Then in the next shot, we see Spider-Man continuing to fail at mastering his web shooters, his organic web shooters, slamming into pigeons and rolling around, and then we get to see another shot of the Punisher, which I just can't get enough of the Punisher. I'm so excited to see him in this movie. So then in the next shot, we see Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, in full Spider-Man attire, and obviously MJ standing right next to him. Obviously MJ has no idea who Peter Parker is and if Spider-Man is Peter Parker or if Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So I'm definitely wondering what they're going to do with this scene, whether it's going to be an unmasking or maybe Spider-Man's going to try to make MJ remember him. But I'm very intrigued by it, and I can't wait to see how this scene plays out in the movie. Then we get to see one of the coolest shots in this trailer with Spider-Man swinging through the air while carrying somebody, which is a really cool shot. There's like no real substance to like actually break anything down here, but it is a really cool shot, and I definitely had to mention it. So then we see one of the coolest things about this trailer, and that is the fact that the Hand, who are usually Daredevil villains, are going to be a part of this movie. And I think that is so cool. We haven't seen the Hand since like what? The Defenders, Daredevil season 2, like around that time was the last time I saw the Hand, or that we've seen the Hand. And I thought they were dead and finished and defeated, but they just are coming back in comic book accurate costumes, which look awesome. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how Spider-Man's gonna deal with the Hand. In this trailer, we do see him webbing one of the swords and ripping it in half, which is an awesome shot. So it just gets me really excited for this movie even more. And then I needed to mention one last awesome shot in this trailer, and that is when Peter web swings towards a big group of the Hand and they're meeting in the sky, and it's a really awesome shot that I definitely needed to mention. So then the last shot of this trailer is when Peter is talking to MJ and Ned, and MJ calls Peter a friendly neighbor, and that's funny because obviously friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, friendly neighbor, like you gotta get it. But it is a funny part of the trailer that Spider-Man fans will definitely understand. And with that scene being done, the trailer ends. And I already told you, I love this trailer, and I'm just so very excited for this movie. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.